Welcome to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. A great lineup for you today on the show. I'll just go over a couple with you. Veterinarians Without Borders on the show today. Going to talk about the wonderful work that they do. Fabulous organization. Talk about a fundraiser for Ottawa Hospice. This is a fundraiser that has allowed people into some homes over the season, over the Christmas season, the holiday season. It's virtual. I mean, hoping, of course, to go back in person at some point, but it's a great fundraiser. We're going to catch up and talk a little bit about that. World Vision also on the show today. World Vision Canada. They have some great gift ideas and gift ideas that are very meaningful, and they give back in a way that, you know, many of us could never probably do on our own, and they do such wonderful work around the world. So those are just a few, but we're going to start off. Speaking of gift giving, if you're looking for something incredibly unique, my first guest has exactly that. I'm joined by Felecia Crothers-St-Jean, owner of Devious Designs. Welcome.
Thank you.
Great to have you here. So, Felecia, you got to tell me a little bit about your background, because we were just talking about how, you know, you're artistic and you love working with your hands. Did you grow up in that sort of household where you learned to do some of these things, or did you come by it on your own?
Oh yeah, there was always some kind of arts and crafts going on at home, and for sure my mom was leading it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What were your favorite things to do growing up?
Oh, probably painting and sports for sure.
Nice. Well, this I mentioned unique because I want to start off with what we have on your left here, because this couldn't have been easy. You have managed to get I guess a license, right, to use the CBC logo, the Hockey Night in Canada logo. So before we show off some of these things, tell me what that process was like and how that came to be.
Oh, well, my dad always said that if you don't try, you don't know.
Right.
So I went and I knocked on their door and I said, hi, I would like to make your ornaments.
And it was that, well, I say it was that easy, but it must have been a bit of a process. So, you know, walking through, did they tell you what you can do, what you couldn't do? What was that like?
Oh yeah, for sure. I had to send them lots of mock-ups. I had to show them what I could do. And they came back and they said, you cannot personalize that hockey stick. And I was really disappointed.
That's too bad, because I know that, yeah, that was one that I'm sure as a sports fan you would have loved to do. Well, let's look at these ornaments. Walk me through and tell me some of the ornaments that you brought along with you here today.
Okay, well, I brought in all these beautiful crystal ornaments. You'll notice that they're edged on the side. They're UV printed. So it's not going to fade or peel off. It's not vinyl or anything like that.
Right.
Down here, this is laser engraved.
Here, I'm just going to turn it as we talk here, just so you can see some of the other ones on here. Look at that. So those are some of the ones you're talking about there, where you can see, and then at the bottom, at the very bottom there, you're talking about that sort of crystal-looking one, right?
Yes, so that's the laser engraved in a laser machine.
So you're like a one-woman show. I understand you've taken over the garage at home, and you create all of these on your own?
Yes, with for sure some help from my husband. He's a big support.
He's the entourage that's with us here today. Let's just let's turn this back around, because I just want to have a look at this other area this way.
Okay.
Because you have some that are pretty special, right? Where you have both front and back that you can really personalize it. Tell me how people can personalize these.
Well, they can go on my website. The name on the hockey jersey can be changed, and the number. So the customer gets to choose that. So on the other side is like the Hockey Night in Canada logo. So this is something really for the super fan out there.
Yeah.
I should probably say that percentage of the proceeds of the sale of these ornaments go to support Canadian content.
Oh, really?
That's right.
Well, that's fantastic. That's great. Stephanie, can you just close up once more there? Because I just want to have a look. There are some other ornaments as well where you can really personalize them. You can see down below there, right? So you've got the CBC logo, and then on the other side there. Tell me about that type of personalization.
Yeah, so it can be the family name, it could be your first name. Same with the CBC Kids ornament there. If it's flipped over, then it could be the child's name.
Very cool. Well, and that's not the only thing that you do. You brought some examples of some of the other things you do, so I'm just going to turn this towards camera. Tell me about these here and the inspiration behind this.
This is very special to me. I lost my brother when he was 15, and I watched my parents not be able to bring anything to the cemetery because it wasn't allowed. It was only flowers. So these are cemetery stakes. They can go to the cemetery. They can go with your beautiful flowers.
Oh, really?
And you can put whatever message you'd like on them. These are standard messages, but
Right.
I have ones where you can write your own personal message.
These are beautiful. And the shapes themselves, I notice you've got the butterfly and the heart. Are there other shapes that you do as well?
Yes, I get asked for all kinds of things. I was just asked for a school bus, for somebody who had drove in a school bus.
Very nice.
Yes.
So you could really personalize it, the shape of it and the messaging on each of these as well.
Yes, I take a great big sheet of acrylic and I make something out of it, whatever the person's looking for.
That is so cool. All right, I wanna switch and come over here. Tell me about these that you brought along here.
These are barn stall signs.
Here, I'm gonna and again, it's the same sort of idea, right? Where you could really personalize each and every one of these.
Yes. And those are made out of acrylic. The other ones with the pictures, they're made out of aluminum.
So these ones back here are the aluminum. Here, I'm just gonna bring this forward so everybody at home can see.
These are customers' pictures are printed in the middle with their information underneath.
Right.
So, or you could have a full picture like this one right here.
Here, I'll showcase that one. How do you work then with clients? What is the process like for doing something like this?
Oh, I send them mock-ups, or they can get a digital live preview on my website, and we go back and forth until they're really happy with what they're going to get.
It's really so well done. So, and you just like the ornaments and the stakes, you do all of these on your own within your workshop at home.
Yes.
Just incredible. I know you have a market coming up. Is that really a big part of your business? Is really displaying them at the markets that they come available throughout the year?
No, I'm very busy on my website and my little Etsy shop and on Facebook, but I like to get out. So I made a point. I said I'm going to do it one day.
Nice.
Each Saturday for until Christmas.
And that's at the Cornwall
Square
Market?
Mall. Yeah.
Excellent. And that's December 3rd, 10th, and 17th. Do you see yourself expanding, Felecia, on some of these ideas that you've created? I'm just thinking the Christmas ornaments in general. You mentioned you do others as well, right? So can you customize others, such as you've done with the stakes and these barn stall plaques?
Yes. Yeah, I can print or cut pretty much anything.
How did you come to learn all of that?
It was a lot, and sometimes it was frustrating, but it helped because my husband has a background in graphic design, and then I learned a lot from him, and yeah.
And it's obviously a family business. Remind everybody at home where they can find you online, so they can put in an order and create one of these beautiful pieces that you brought along.
All right, so we're deviousdesigns.ca.
Terrific. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thanks for being here. Coming up after the break, Sharon McGarry is going to join us on the show. Homes for the Holidays is back again this year. As I said, it's virtual, but it's a real special fundraiser. We'll catch up with her after this.